Hey, my name is Mark, and today we are going to cover the top 9 search violations we see on e-commerce sites that cause site abandonment and loss of sales. Basically, we've reviewed hundreds of sites, which taught us that search is the most powerful tool you can offer in terms of product discovery. There are 50 guidelines alone on how to do search correctly, which are all based on over 70,000 hours worth of usability research, which is going to quickly guide your users into their product of interest. Essentially, if they can't find it, then they cannot buy it. Keeping that in mind, we still see a lot of sites that get this wrong. For example, 63% of e-commerce sites are unable to return all relevant results if a user uses a common product type synonym instead. 18% of sites don't show useful results if a user misspells even just a single character as part of their query. 40% of sites don't support thematic search queries, and 36% of them don't support symbols or abbreviations either. Now, these are just some of the issues that a vast majority of online stores get wrong, which are actually costing them money due to loss in potential sales and revenue. What I'll do is go through the top 9 search violations that are known to have the biggest impact in terms of usability. We will also go through some sites that do this incorrectly, as well as sites that get this right. So let's get started. The first search violation we'll go through is the lack of category specific filters for site-wide search results. Now, in order to explain this better, I will show you an example of a site that gets this wrong. So let's have a look at Foot Locker, for example. If we were to do a search on shorts, for example, as you can see, we are presented with generic site-wide filters that are available on pretty much every product out there. They don't have anything specific for this particular query, which would enable the user to find exactly what they want far more quickly. Now let's have a look at ASOS, for example. So let's go with skirts, and from what you can see, they've got filters that are specific to this particular query, such as length, body fit, and so on, which then enables the user to quickly find exactly what they want. The second search violation we'll go through covers product type searches. Many users will try to search using a product type in order to easily access a group of categories or products. However, when sites get this wrong, they often show irrelevant products and unwanted results due to the broad term being used. Let's give you an example with the Disney shop online. So if we were to look at t-shirts, we are then presented with other product types such as a tank top, and as we scroll down, we are also presented with a hoodie, which serves as a distraction given that we are only looking for a t-shirt. Now let's have a look at Argos and look for a kids bike. Now as you can see here, as you scroll through the results, we are only presented with kids bikes, and there are no adult bikes in sight that would actually distract the user from finding their product of interest. The third search violation we've got is not providing alternate parts and content on the no results page. Sometimes it's just not possible for search to display any results, meaning we would want a helpful no results page in order to guide your users back on track should this ever occur. Let's have a look at a bad example in American Eagle. Searching for casual shoes would bring up a not so helpful no results page, as it can be considered as a dead end. We cannot see any useful content that would actually guide the user back on track. However, if we look at Best Buy and look for a broken screen, it then reveals a helpful no results page, which contains links to their customer service as well as products that might be related to the actual query. This page pretty much encourages users to proceed on their site despite not presenting any matching results in the first place. For our fourth search violation, we'll cover abbreviation, symbol, and slang search. Unfortunately, a lot of sites still get this wrong, meaning users aren't able to easily find their product of interest should they happen to use any search queries containing any of these. For example, let's have a look at how Under Armour handles abbreviations. If we look for sneakers size 11, we actually aren't presented with any results. However, if we fully spell out size instead of abbreviating it, we are then given some results. Now let's have a look at Amazon, which allows us to use slangs as a search query. Searching for men's shades pretty much yields the correct and relevant results, similar to the term men's sunglasses. There you go. Our fifth search violation is not redirecting or guiding users to matching category scopes. We found that when there's an exact match to a user's query with an actual category page, it is best to directly guide them there instead of showing a site-wide search results. Let me show you an example so you understand exactly what I mean. If we were to use Sephora and look for some night cream, we are then taken to a site-wide search results page with very limited filters along the sidebar. However, if we actually go to a product subcategory for night cream, we are then given far more options along the sidebar with all these different filters in order to help the users find exactly what they want. Now, let's have a look at build.com and look for some outdoor lights. So a search for outdoor lights actually redirects us to the category page outdoor lighting, where users have a lot more access to category specific features which they can use to help them quickly find their product of interest. Our sixth search violation is not prominently displaying the total number of results. So when a search results page fails to display this number, or perhaps it might not be obvious to users, they are then left lacking expected and vital context before they start going through the results. To give you an example, let's have a look at Newegg, where we supposedly are looking for some portable speakers, or portable hard drive for that matter. So as you can see here, there is no indication of how many results or how many products there are, meaning a lot of users would be confused whether this list actually falls within their expectations, which in turn needlessly causes them to delay their product exploration. Now let's have a look at Crutchfield, and let's say we are looking for portable speakers for this site. So over here we could already see the total number of results for this particular query at the very top, and it is also being displayed at the very bottom here, which results in an increase of the user's awareness for the overall scope of the results. Our seventh search violation is not persisting the user search query on the results page. Sometimes a user may actually need to go through multiple iterations of search queries whenever they are looking for a product. Clearing them every single time they submit makes the whole search feature very inconvenient to use. To give you an example, let's have a look at Go Outdoors. Let's say for example we start off by looking for some men's jacket. And then we see that there's actually quite a lot to go through, so we decide to further refine it to men's waterproof jacket. Now, when you click back on the search field, you are forced to retype that whole query again, which delays the process of product discovery. Now let's have a look at Best Buy. So let's say we are looking for a laptop charger, or we'll start off with a laptop charger. And then we realize that there's a lot of chargers suited for different kinds of laptops, and therefore we decide to change that to a MacBook charger. As you can see, the query actually persists within the field, meaning the user isn't forced to retype the whole query right from the start. Our 8th search violation involves exact search. Sometimes a user would use the exact title or ID in order to look for a specific product. Users like these that conduct this type of search are actually closer to making a purchasing decision compared to a user who's only doing some casual browsing. Therefore, it is important to get this right. To give you an example, let's have a look at Costco. So if we were to type in a model number for a particular product, let's use this for example, it doesn't actually give us the exact product that we are after. Now, if we go to Google and search for the same query, we could see that it is in fact available within their site. However, their search prevents them or doesn't allow that particular result to come up. Now, let's have a look at argos.co.uk and use the model number ZX310. Now it gives us the correct product, which is the Sony on-ear headphones, despite only searching for its model number. For our final search violation, we look at the lack of support for keyword query suggestions within autocomplete. Now, search autocomplete is actually common to a lot of sites where users are presented with product suggestions along with keyword query suggestions as soon as they start typing their query along the search field. This makes it such an expected feature to a lot of users where if they fail to see both or even just one, that would actually be enough to cause them to abandon the search altogether. So let's have a look at a couple of sites. So with Herschel.com.au, if we were to look for a bag, you can see that we are only given product suggestions despite having search autocomplete. We don't see any keyword query suggestions despite the fact that it is fairly common to a lot of sites. Now, this would only present their site as lacking basic features that are actually common everywhere else. And let's have a look at Newegg. So if we are looking for a laptop charger, for example, okay, so it already gives us product suggestions as well as keyword query suggestions, taking us to relevant product subcategories, which then provides users a far superior search experience. And there goes your top 9 search violations that are causing a lot of users to abandon an online store even before finding a product, which are then causing a huge impact on revenue alone. Please keep in mind that there are 50 guidelines on how to do search, and we've just gone through 9 of them. Fortunately, Blaze Online specializes on improving the usability of e-commerce sites. We can review your site against the top 180 guidelines known to have the biggest impact in terms of usability, which not only covers on-site search, but other key things such as homepage and category, product list and filtering, product page, cart and checkout, accounts and self-service, as well as a special theme designed to cover all areas, however on a mobile. So if you would like to know exactly where you are losing out customers on your online store and how to fix this in order to improve your conversion rate, please feel free to click on the link you see on the screen and learn more about our audit. Now, normally this audit will actually cost $3,000, but as a thank you for sticking around, we are more than happy to offer it to you via this link for only $490. Not only would you receive a 50-page report showing each and every one of those violations we find on your site, but it will also come with research-backed suggestions on how to fix them. On top of that, you will also get a 45-minute session with a UX expert to go through any questions you may have. So now, what are you waiting for? Let us help you take your online store to the next level. Bye now.